Hello everyone, Nimisha here from English from Sydney. Hope all of you are doing great, and I'm very glad to know that many students out there who are preparing by themselves, especially not getting any coaching, they're finding the videos really helpful. And the best, I have already seen students getting the scores just by watching the videos, not even taking classes. I'm so happy to hear that. So hope I can still continue helping you out there with the videos. So today we are going to discuss about select missing word, which is the last item of your listening, also the least important component in all of PTE according to our score distribution table. So let me just show you the score distribution table first. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as I have shown you this table multiple times, in this table you can see all the 20 items of PT arranged according to total marks from highest to lowest. And as you can see, the last one in the table is select missing word, which we are going to discuss about today. It has the least marks out of 90. It has only 1.3 marks. You get minimum 2 questions, maximum 3 questions, and this item is giving points only to your listening part. And as I always say, even though this item is low scoring, it is still important for students aiming for band 7 or band 8, less than band 7. Even if you don't, you should practice, but you need to do a little bit of practice on this item. Okay, so let's go ahead with it. Right. Okay, as you can see, this is your sorry, I mentioned last item in listening. This is not your last item in listening. This is the least important item in PTE. This is the fifth item in your section 2 of listening. This is select missing word. After select missing word, you have two of the very important components: highlight incorrect words and write from dictation. And as I've already mentioned in the other videos, in your listening section 2, you need to be very careful about your time management. If you waste too much time on the less important questions, which is multiple choice, multiple answer, highlight correct summary, multiple choice single answer, and select missing word. These 4 questions are less scoring items. So you should be spending very minimum time on them. Only then you will be getting enough time for your highlight incorrect words, fill in the blanks, and most importantly, write from dictation. Because this is a very common mistake among students, since they're unaware of the scoring of PTE, they do not know what is important and what is not important. During the exam, they tend to waste a lot of time on the less important ones, and by the time they reach the last part of listening, when they reach write from dictation, they run out of time and they miss out the most important task, which is the highest scoring item in listening, write from dictation. Or they tend to rush there and end up with more mistakes, because in section 2 the computer will not be allocating separate time for time limits for each task. The computer gives you a total time of around 22 to 28 minutes for all of section 2. You have to divide it among the questions based on the importance of the question. So if you can spend less time on the less important question, then you can get more time on the important question types. So the item that we're discussing today, select missing word, is one of the less important ones. So you should be doing it as quickly as possible. And when I say as quickly as possible, within 10 seconds after the audio, that would be the appropriate time to spend here, 10 seconds after the audio maximum. So in this task, what you do is you will be listening to a recording. The recording can be around 1 minute long, but the final word or group of words of the recording will be replaced by a beep. That means they will not say the last sentence completely, only half of the last sentence would be there in the recording. You need to guess what are the next words. It could be one word or a group of words that they're supposed to say next at the end of the audio. It's always at the end of the audio. So you'll be hearing around 4 or 5 sentences. The final sentence will be only half in the audio, remaining half of the sentence you need to guess from the options given to you. You will be given 3 to 5 answer options. You choose the correct answer option to complete the recording. That means the final part of the recording which is missing, you need to find from the option. You do 2 to 3 of these items. Depending on the combinations. So you get minimum 2 questions, maximum 3 questions. You get only 1 point per question. There is no negative marking, which is why, like I always say in PT, never leave any answer unattempted. Even if you do not know the answer to this question also, do not leave it blank. Guess any random option. And like I told you for the last video, if you are not sure of the answer and if it's a random guess without any clue, you do not even listen to the audio properly, just guess C. Most questions tend to have C as the correct answer. If it's a random guess, don't go for C all the time. Try to listen and understand, of course. But if you do not know the answer, do not leave it blank. Guess C and move to the next question immediately. And this item contributes points only to your listening part. And so few things that you need to remember here. When the recording starts, listen carefully and focus your attention closely on what is being said, which means listen to what you're hearing in the audio and understand the meaning. Do not just focus on the words alone. Get the whole gist of the audio, understand the whole meaning of the audio. You don't have to take down notes here. Make a mental note of the gist. That means get the whole idea. Any repeated words, other keywords indicating details, specific time periods that they mentioned, listen to those kind of things very carefully. Repeated keywords, repeated words from the audio, time periods, listen to them. As you listen, remember to remain aware of the audio progress indicator. This is very important in this task because we already know the last part of the audio will be incomplete. So you need to be more focused towards the end of the audio. So keep track of the audio progress bar, and as the audio progresses towards the end, listen more carefully. As the recording is drawing to an end, focus your listening carefully and simultaneously scan all the response options closely. So while you're listening to the last sentence, while you hear the last sentence, quickly go through the options and choose whichever makes sense to the audio, which covers the gist, which is grammatically correct as well. This will help you predict and select the most appropriate word or phrase when the beep sounds. Okay, so let's do one.
So what?
Yes, give me a moment. Let me get you a good question. So I'm going to try one question with you. So what are you going to do? You're going to listen to an audio, and while you listen, try to find out what should be the last few words of the audio. Ready?
Test 3. Test 3. Select missing word. Page 114. 1.
So, just a few weeks ago, excavators of a remote archaeological site in southeastern Asia reported an exciting find under the ground. They found evidence of a writing system which dates back thousands of years. 3 blocks of flat rock with odd symbols which look like ancient forms of writing were discovered. Well, this find could reveal much about an advanced, independent urban culture, which historians believe may have lived in that area. However, many scholars are skeptical about the authenticity of the blocks, which they suspect.
Okay, so they said many scholars are skeptical about the authenticity of the blocks. So they are not sure if it is an original, which means could very possibly be fake. So that could be because they're skeptical. Skeptical means doubtful. They're doubtful if they are actually real, original. So they are assuming that it could very possibly be fake. Okay. So this is how you do your select missing word. So like I said, even though it is relatively less important, students aiming for band 7 or band 8 should still practice this, because when you're targeting for 79 out of 90, especially, even 1 point can make a lot of difference, because I've seen students devastated when they get just 78. That 1 more point could reach their target, and that 1 point you could get even from this question. So even though it is less important, students aiming for band 7 or band 8 try to do everything as perfectly as possible. Now with this, we have completed the videos of all the 20 items of PTE. So make sure you watch all the videos, and it'll be really helpful for you. And if you have any doubts or questions, if you have just small, like minor doubts or questions that you have, you can put it in the comment box. Or if you need personal coaching or one-to-one coaching, online classes, feedback, corrections, practice materials, templates, anything that you need for your PT preparation, reach us on 0432 269 874. Thank you.